BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
Oh, anything in the post for me, Sid? It's just another letter from the taxman. It's got HM on it. Are they still sending me things? I told them I'd moved. Well, file it in the bin, Sid. They've had their annual pound of flesh already. Hang on a minute. It smells of lavender. That's the postman, Sid. I think that's his aftershave. File it in the bin. There's a good chap. Hang on a minute. It's got House of Commons written on it. No. It's probably a begging letter. You know, because of the escalating costs of fighting Brexit, would you please make a contribution? Signed, no one, because no one is fighting Brexit. All right, I'll open it for you. Oh, no, you will not. I'm not having a nosy Parker like you opening my mail. I don't want the whole of East Sheen to know my business. I might be up for the Order of the Garter or something. Give it here. What does it say? Honourable Theresa May, blah blah, OBE, Maid of the Privy Chamber, blah blah blah, cordially invites you to tea at number 10, RSVP. I like a bit of RSVP, very nice. You're teeing off at number 10, are you? You don't play golf. Come now, Sid, everyone knows how to play golf. No, tea as in afternoon refreshments, you fool, with Theresa May. Well, that's it then. I've made it. I've finally been recognised by the establishment. Hobnobbing with the knobs from now on. It looks like you're moving in some influential circles now, Hancock. Plenty of moolah, that one. I'll come along if you like. We can make up a foursome. Me and Amber Rudd. No, you will not. I've seen you with a plate of cucumber sandwiches and French fondant fancies. I don't know about Kipling, more like Goblin. No, you're not going anywhere near number 10, Sid James. I'll bring back a doggy bag and you can put it on eBay. So very much. Well, if you're too good for me now, I'll go and eat in the front room. Stay here. I don't want the front room filled up with crumbs. Anyway, the neighbours might see you. I'll have complaints. I don't eat any differently from you, Hancock. Yes, but the difference, Sid, old chap, is that I know how to eat properly, and will, where and whence I'm called upon to do so. When I was a boy, I was taught how to use a knife and fork. So was I. Yes, but not a garden fork. Hacking away at your food like you're digging a trench. So, when are you having tea with the Prime Minister with all your fancy manners then? Well, it says Thursday afternoon, 3:30 for 4. But before then, I'm going to get a visit from Theresa May's Chief of Staff, Miss Clutterbuck, and Sir Sidney Snide, her butler. Isn't it a bit risky having them come round here? They'll take one look and they'll realise they've made a terrible mistake. Yes, very funny. No, they'll check me over, realise I tick all the boxes, and then I'll tell them what sandwiches I prefer. Well, in that case, I'll be there to take some notes in case I get asked one day. Me and me garden fork. Yes, you can dream, Sid, old chap. Come along and watch a better man show you how to do it. Right, today's the day, Sid. Tuck your shirt in. Put that carnation in your lapel. Take off those shoes with the sole hanging off. I don't want them thinking I've got a tramp as a lodger.
Oh, good evening. It's been a pleasure to meet you, I'm sure. I'm Sir Sidney Snide, and this is Miss Clutterbuck. We thought we'd pop round to have a little parley. You know, make sure you're the man we think you are.
Yes, pleased to meet you, I'm sure. Welcome to my humble abode.
Yes, it is a bit humble, but the Prime Minister was adamant that she wants to meet people from all walks of life at number 10, even the hoi polloi.
Yes, I think she must be balmy, but that's only my opinion, and I'm only a knight of the realm after all.
I thought you were her butler.
Oh no, don't be so silly, butler. I've never buttled in my life. It's a title and a name only. Who do you think you are, Bertie Wooster? I suppose you think I'm Flaming Jeeves.
Are you a social climber, Mr. Hancock? We meet a lot of those, but we know how to handle them. That's what we're here for.
Well, we can give you a leg up and make sure that your etiquette is up to scratch. We don't want you slobbering all over the vagina now, do we?
I wasn't planning to, thank you very much. I am lower middle class as it happens, and I do know one end of a napkin from the other.
Yes, of course you do. They're both the same, aren't they? Just don't tuck it in your shirt, though, or I'll be forced to rip it out. Just lay it on your lap and mop your gob delicately, if at all possible.
Oh, that's how I stop all the tea and banana slopping down my shirt then.
Tea and banana? Number 10 is not a zoo, you know. What bananas? We don't use them. I usually chuck them at tourists looking around outside. Oh, they're like a lot of little monkeys, you know.
I really think Mr. Hancock is going to need our help, Sir Sidney. What sandwiches do you like?
I'm partial to banana, like I just said.
We've got a right one here. We don't do those, Mr. Hancock. Theresa May likes proper jam.
All right, banana jam then. Mother's pride with the crust cut off.
There's no such thing as banana jam. Where was you brung up? No, the Prime Minister likes strawberry jam with the mould cut off. She insists on it, you know.
What do you mean she's got mouldy jam? We always throw it away, and when it gets like that it can make you have a funny turn, me mum said.
The funny turn doesn't seem to have affected you at all, does it, Mr. Hancock? You mustn't say anything like that to Theresa May. She's a very thrifty woman, and if the jam goes a little mouldy, she just scrapes it off.
Well, thanks very much for coming round. I've changed my mind. I'm not eating mould sandwiches for anyone, even the Prime Minister. I may be lower middle class, but I've got standards, you know. We don't eat mould.
Ooh, you've got to come now. Oh, you can't call it off. She'll be offended, and she's very in with the head of BBC, and it could reflect badly on your career. She's a fan. She's got a thing about you.
Come, Mr. Hancock. What's one or two mouldy jam sandwiches after all? We're talking the Prime Minister here. It'll be a feather in your cap.
It's not feathers in my hat I'm worried about, it's mould in my stomach. Oh, all right, I suppose so. I could pretend to eat them. I could stick them in my pocket for Sid here. Sorry very much, Hancock, but I think I'll give them a miss this time, if that's all right. Look at that. Even he won't touch them. Sid James. The last thing he refused to eat grew legs and ran away. Why are you two glaring at me?
We don't like our household and catering arrangements being insulting, Mr. Hancock.
Very well. What about cakes then?
Ah, good. Yes, Theresa May bakes a very nice strawberry jam sponge.
Here we go again. Are there alternatives? Raspberry, apricot, blackcurrant?
No, I'm afraid not. She always serves it. Every couple of years. It's strawberry. You'll get what you're given.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll bring me own. A box of eclairs from Morrison's. We can have a couple each.
What's your little game? We can't have you squirting cream all over the place. That would be a terrible faux pas. You'd make yourself a laughing stock. What would happen if you squirted a load in Theresa May's eyes, for example?
I suppose it will be ice cream. Ha ha ha.
No, that's not really very funny, Mr. Hancock. So, that's the sandwiches and cake sorted out. Is there anything else you'd like?
Well, I must admit, I do like a nice scone.
You mean scones, don't you? Yes, we can do you some nice strawberry scones. You'll like those.
Does the strawberry jam for the scones come from the same pot as the sandwiches and the jam sponge by any chance? The one with the mould on?
Of course it bloody does. Do you think we made of money at number 10?
I thought it might. So, just one pot of strawberry jam covered in a thick crust all round.
No need for sarcasm, Mr. Hancock. Right, if you haven't got any other questions, we'll be on our way and look forward to seeing you on Thursday, St. Valentine's Day.
Yes, I'll see you next Thursday. I'll start training myself up on some strawberry jam just to be on the safe side. Well, enjoy your tea with the Prime Minister, Hancock. Go easy on the strawberry jam. Mouldy jam. Is she insane? With all her money, the least I expected was lobster with a bit of caviar, Sid, a pot of Earl Grey and some Belgian chocolates from Harrods. Well, on the upside, it is St. Valentine's Day after all. Yes, I wonder what they meant by that. Theresa May's a married woman. It's Philip, isn't it? Philip May. She'll want my opinion on Brexit, I expect. I don't know. Mrs. Clutterbuck winked. No, she didn't wink. She probably got a bit of strawberry jam in her eye. No, Theresa May's probably seen lots of people. There'll be a crowd of us, all puking up strawberry jam. Help, Sid. Look out of the window. Is she following me? Who's following you, Hancock? It's all clear. Theresa May, of course. No sooner had I forced down one of her strawberry jam sandwiches, she was all over me like an octopus, her tongue down my throat. I thought she was after the jam I'd just eaten. I don't believe it. What, Theresa May? Our Theresa May? Look at me, Sid. Can't you see? I'm covered in lipstick, strawberry red. I think it's strawberry jam, actually. She kept saying over and over again, "Oh, you like strawberry jam? You're a man after my own heart. Philip doesn't like it, particularly with the crust on." So, what did you do? Well, I gave her a couple of rabbit punches and escaped out the front door. I did warn you, Hancock. She's seen you on the telly and fancies you. You should have worked it out. Valentine's Day, tea, scones. I am not the sort of man whose virtue can be bought with a pot of strawberry jam, Sid, Valentine's Day or not. A teddy bear or a bouquet of roses, perhaps. Man cannot live by jam alone.